There's always something new to learn, and here in Road Kitchen, we learn by playing with our food. Welcome to the MSU Denver School of Hospitality Road Kitchen. Today, we're going to go through some fairly easy recipes, and we're going to use the products that students received in their fall care baskets from the Care Center. So my name is Jason Rice. I'm the Food Lab Coordinator for the School of Hospitality. And with me today is Mr. Jimmy Webb. He's our Career Advisor for the School of Hospitality. Both of us have spent a lot of time in cooking and in the hospitality industry and working in kitchens throughout the years. So today we're going to share with you some of our favorite recipes using the products in the bag. So today I've got a chicken shepherd's pie. Okay, so we're gonna have some shredded chicken in there. We're gonna have we're gonna use a cream of chicken soup and some mashed potatoes. Now, some of these products may not be in the bag, but the great thing is there's a gift card that came along with that, and some of these extra products that I've purchased, I'll give you the cost on that. You can go out, purchase those products, and really soup up these recipes for it, and really add to those ingredients. And Jimmy, you want to explain what you're going to be cooking today?
Yeah, I am going to be doing a ham and using the Jiffy cornbread mix, and that's this right here.
Oh.
So nice. We're going to add a little cheese to that. We're going to add sliced ham, similar to what Jason's talking about. Using your the gift card, a little thing like a little small ham, and dice it up yourself. And then we're just going to fry those up, and we're going to try one in a mug and see how that goes.
Nice. Yeah. And we've done some mug cakes before on some previous Facebook Live shows that we've done, and they turn out really great. And so I'm really excited, Jimmy, to see how that cornbread in a mug turns out. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with our rotisserie chicken shepherd's pie here. So, again, in the bag, there was a can of there, and some Idaho or some instant mashed potatoes to add to that. Now, to make this recipe, of course, with the rotisserie chicken, right, we have to go out and buy a rotisserie chicken. And Jimmy and I both love using rotisserie chickens for a lot of different things. I actually bought this one on sale today. I think it was $3.55. And so, if you go out and look for the rotisserie chickens that are on sale further. Along with that, I also bought a can of evaporated milk, all right, and a little block of cheddar cheese here. You need about 4 ounces if you want to get that already shredded there, all right. And then I've just got some basil leaves here that I'm going to use to season up this recipe, all right. So this recipe is really easy. We don't have to cook a lot of things. It's really just opening a couple of cans, shredding some chicken, combining everything here, all right? So we'll go ahead. What we do, all right, is we want to shred our rotisserie chicken, all right? Well, also, we have some mixed vegetables here too that I got in the freezer section, okay? So the additional products that I bought came out to a total of $6. Not too bad for making a dish that will serve anywhere from 4 to 6 people. So really, really great there. All right. So we need a medium-sized mixing bowl, all right, to put our rotisserie chicken in. And with this, I want to peel off all the skin here. All right. What we really want to do is we want to pull the meat we want to make sure that we don't have any bones. Sometimes we get some little bones like that guy there. Okay, we want to make sure we pull that out. We just put that back in our little case here, but a little box there, and we just kind of want to shred this up. We want little bite-sized pieces, right? Nothing too big. Okay, so we'll shred all this stuff up. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we're almost done pulling the chicken here. We've got quite a few bite-sized pieces here. So I'm just going to finish up these last few pieces here. All right. And we'll just pull the rest of it off the bone here. All right, this should give us quite a bit of chicken here for what we need to do. Oh yeah, this is going to be really good. This is a really simple recipe. You know, like I said, it's really just using some pre-made items and just assembling some things. So really very little effort. And again, you don't have to stand over a pot and, you know, make a whole cream of soup or anything like that, and or cream soup of any kind. And so, all right, now we've got all of our meat pulled off of our chicken bones. All right, and I'm actually going to save this because later on I can make a chicken stock with it. All right, I'm going to wash my hands here really quick. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our filling here. All right, we just need a small mixing bowl here. All right, just need to pop open our can of cream of chicken soup. Okay, and we'll dump that right into our bowl here. Sure, we scrape everything out. It's always good to have a spatula or two around, so you can use that to make sure you get everything out of the bowl there. All right, we'll put this into our recycle bin. Okay, now we need 1/4 cup of water. All right, so let's see, wrong bowl. We'll go to this bowl here. You could definitely use chicken stock too if you'd like. But I'm using water here because, again, if you don't have chicken stock, no need to buy any. All right, but we're gonna mix all that up like so. All right. And you may find that, as you combine all this stuff together, if you need to add a little bit more liquid, we can definitely do that. All right. We can always get a little bit more water out of the tap there. So, all right, we'll go ahead and fold this into our pulled chicken here. Okay. And then we'll get our vegetables in as well. All right. And of course, this adds more flavor and also kind of bulks up our product as well. All right, I'm just going to cut the top there. You can add anywhere from 12 to 16 ounces of vegetables if you like. So we'll go ahead and throw all those vegetables in. I like a lot of vegetables in the pot pie there. Oop, vegetables. Throw that away. All right, now we want to season this up. All right, so we'll do a little bit of salt here, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon here of salt, maybe about 1/8 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Okay, we're going to just kind of fold all this stuff up and mix it up. We'll throw that into our baking dish. Okay, now behind me, I've got the oven going, and I preheated the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, and we will bake this for about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, depending on how hot your oven is, and the whole point of putting in the oven is to, well, number one is to heat everything up, but then also we want a nice golden brown on our potatoes, and we kind of want a slight crispy crust on our potatoes. So You know, again, depending on how hot your oven gets, and you know, might take the full 40 minutes, or it might take a little bit less time. So, all right. So I've got a round baking dish here. All right, it's a 9-inch round baking dish. All right, we're just going to put that straight into our baking dish here. All right. And okay, now, and that fills it up really nicely there. So we'll distribute our evenly distribute our chicken pieces here. Okay. Now I'll take some dried basil flakes here. I'm just going to sprinkle some just right on top here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll set that aside for now. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to make our mashed potato mixture. Right now, the great thing is you can actually just reuse the bowl here. Okay, so we'll take our potato flakes. Okay, and really want about 1 cup of them. So that's a 4-ounce package. So that'll get you about one cup there. All right, so we'll add those. Now we want to use the remaining 1 cup here of water. I'm going to add a little bit more water here to this. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to pop this guy in the microwave. All right, and we want to heat up that water. So I'm going to go for about 1 minute and 30 seconds here. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and shred some cheddar cheese. Just shred it right here on the board. All right, so again, you want about 4 ounces. You can do less if you'd like. And really, you can use any kind of cheese that you want. I'm just using a Colby cheese here. You can use sharp cheddar if you'd like, or you know, a really great cheese to use if you want to grab some is like a Gruyere, similar to a Swiss cheese, but a little bit harder, a little bit richer taste there on the cheese. All right, you can use a Monterey Jack if you'd like. All right, so we'll just leave that there for now. Okay, let's check on our liquids. We got a couple seconds left, so here, why don't we go ahead and get our evaporated milk opened up. All right, so on the evaporated milk here, we want about 12 fluid ounces here. So we'll go ahead and add our water first, and then add our milk, and we'll kind of adjust our potatoes there as needed. Oop. All right. We'll make sure we get that lid out of there. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I pulled the water out of the microwave, all right? And please be sure that whenever you take hot water out of the microwave, that you know, sometimes the water can splash, all right? And it can splash on you and burn you. So just please use caution when pulling any kind of hot liquid out of the microwave, all right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and add our water here. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time here to kind of want to add. I'll add a little bit, stir it, add a little bit more, and stir it. And this looks like it's going to take all of it. We'll go ahead and add all of this. It smells just like mashed potatoes. Kind of cool. All right, so now we're going to take our evaporated milk here. We're going to measure out 1 cup of that. All right. So we'll add that 1 cup there. These may seem a little loose too whenever you put them on top, but again, we'll, you know, as we bake this, it'll the mashed potatoes will kind of tighten up a little bit. Okay. All right, so we'll add our evaporated milk as well in here. We'll sprinkle in our cheese. Oh man, it's gonna be yummy. All right, so we'll fold all this in. And keep in mind too, that if you wanted to wait until after Thanksgiving, maybe you'll have some leftover turkey or something like that. You could definitely use the leftover turkey, but if you don't have that opportunity, and if you if you can get to the grocery store and um, get a rotisserie chicken, I highly recommend doing that. So, after Thanksgiving too, a lot of grocery stores will have turkey products on sale. So you can definitely check that out. All right. So now we're going to add a little bit of color into our potato mixture here. So I'm going to clean off my cutting board really quick here. Okay. And we're just going to take a little bit of chopped parsley. And if you don't have any chopped parsley, that's fine. I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons of chopped parsley here. Please be careful when using your knife that you keep your fingers back. You know where your fingers are. All right, that should be good there. And we'll just kind of chop this up a little bit here. All right. We'll throw that right into our mashed potato mixture there. Okay. And, a lot of times these packaged products already have seasonings in them. We're going to taste these really quick, see if we just need to add a little bit more salt and pepper to them here. So go ahead and taste these potatoes and see where we're at here. So, yeah, we got some pretty good seasoning in there. So we'll go ahead and use that. Okay, so we're just going to put our potatoes, we just kind of scoop them all around the top here, and we'll smear all this stuff out so we cover the entire top. All right. Now, if you feel adventurous, you can put this into, and if you have one, you can put this into a piping bag with like a little pipe, little pastry tip or something. You can pipe all around, but if you just want to scoop it in, and then you can kind of just fluff it up a little bit here and give you some, as this bakes, it'll brown up on these little points and stuff. And so and give you some interesting texture to your dish. And there is the finished assembled dish. I'll put all my dirty stuff over here. All right. So really quick, really easy. All right. Now we're just going to pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes. We'll check it. All right. But if it needs to go the full 40, we'll let it go the full 40. Can't wait. We'll come back.
All right, Jason, that chicken shepherd's pie looks like it's going to be pretty good. So while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and get started on these corn fritters. So in the bags that we're distributing, there's the Jiffy corn mix. I believe there might be a can of corn, and then a few extra things that you can get at the grocery store. I got some diced ham. I have some cheese that was already in my fridge, just some shredded cheese. And then the only other things that we're going to need for this is going to be milk and an egg. So let me grab these real quick. So we're going to do one egg and some milk. All right, so we're going to start off by just opening this guy up. It's a pretty quick and easy recipe. I've got the stove over here. Let's grab this guy. I got a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom. I use avocado oil. You can use olive oil, canola oil, whatever you got. I'm just keeping it warm on low right now, and we'll get it up in a little bit when we're ready to fry. So like I said, we're going to try a couple different ways with this, and we'll try it in the mug as well. So if you don't have a stove or access to a cooktop or something, you can totally use the microwave to cook this up too. So first of all, we're going to take our egg, crack this open, this guy in there, got our pan for our discard, use a little whisk, whip this up, go. And so we're going to actually add an extra half cup of flour to this. And I want to do my dry flour first. And it doesn't have to be super measured or anything. But we're going to do the dry flour first. So we don't have to use a different cup. And do a half cup of milk. All right. And get this all mixed up. We're going to add our Jiffy mix. Everything in there. So what's nice about this is it has its the baking powder in there and the shortening already mixed in there. So we are good to go. And so we want like a nice thick batter, not too runny, just about like that. You don't want to overmix. If you overmix, it'll be too tough. And so once everything's nice and consistent in there, we're good to go. What we're going to do is get rid of the little whisk guy, switch over to a spoon, and toss in some of this ham. However much ham you want, or if you have some bacon or anything else, or some of that leftover chicken from your shepherd pie that you made over there. We're going to throw in just a handful of cheese. And then we're going to do some corn. Let me get this opened up for us. I like to cut one side, cut the other. Then it's nice and easy to drain over here. You got the air gap up top. All right, yeah, you really want to get all that liquid out because we already have enough liquid in our batter. We're just looking for the kernels of corn. All right, I think I'm only gonna put maybe half of it in there. And so you can save this for another small meal, single meal or something, or add on to another recipe. I just don't want to add too much because we still want a good ratio of the filling to the corn meal batter. All right, so that's ready to go. We're going to bring it over here a little bit. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt, just a sprinkle, and a little pepper. I'm going to turn my stove up. We're going to get it up to medium here. And as we start to see the oil start to shimmer a little bit, we'll be ready to go. All right, so give that a nice good stir. So we're going to take, you can either use a scoop like this, see that there? Jason's a big fan of these. Or I can show you too how you can just take a couple of spoons, about the same size, and I think we're going to do a little test here and see if our oil's hot. All right, see in there we got some bubbles. It could heat up just a touch more. It should be going a little bit more than that, so we're going to give it a second. While we're doing that, let me clean up all my stuff. All right, so now we can look back. We got some good bubble action going on there. So with these, you don't want to make them too big. I'll actually back up here a little bit. Woo! A little splatter there. All right, so we want to go about, you just want to barely fill the spoon, and then we're going to do what's called a quenelle. we're going to take that quenelle and we're going to scoop it off into the pan. So you take one end and you scoop it, and you're essentially making like a little triangle football shape. And so if you don't have a scoop, it's a good way to go. Make them nice and consistent. But I do have a scoop, so I'm going to use that. All right, so we're going to do these in batches. You don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. If you overcrowd the pan, you'll drop the temperature of your oil too much. And then all that oil will just soak straight into the fritters. So while those are frying, let's also do a little mug action. Now, I've never tried this, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work out pretty well. So we're going to do a couple scoops in here. A couple big heaping scoops. Tap it, get all the way to the bottom. After I did spray it a little bit. And we're going to go with 1 minute in the microwave. Let's see how that goes. All right, so let's check in on these fritters here. We're going to check in on this first guy here. It's that nice golden brown color. Let's flip this one. And get that nice golden brown on one side, and then we'll get that same golden brown color on the other side. Ooh. Yeah, watch out for that grease splatter. If you have a splatter guard, you can use that. There we go, perfect. All right, I'm gonna take you on a little adventure. We'll check out the microwave over here. I hear a little popping. I think that's probably the ham in there. Let's check it out. Ooh, nice. That actually worked out really well. All right, let's get under some better lighting over here. I'm kind of excited about this, actually. I don't know if you guys, well, we got the camera here, but this looks pretty cool. All right. We're gonna grab another clean spoon that doesn't have raw egg on it and get down in there. Ooh, look at that. Cooked all the way through. Got the ham, the cheese melted in there. I'm gonna take a bite. Oh man. Ooh, that's awesome. That's actually really, really great. All right. While I chew on that, our fritters are just about ready. We're gonna take a sheet pan or a plate or something, lay down some paper towels, and we'll go ahead and start scooping some of these up. This little test guy, I think this guy's about ready too. All right, so you can see here, see how it browned, but then it kind of broke, and then there's a little bit more batter there. We're gonna flip that over so we can make sure it's cooked all the way through. You don't want a undercooked corn fritter. You can kind of flip it up on its side, and this is where doing it just in a low level of oil is good, because then if it's floating, if it's floating, it'll actually kind of cover all the sides and everything, so you actually get a little bit of better coverage. But if you only have so much oil and you don't want to use all that much oil in your pan, when it's just up to here, you can kind of set it up on its side like that. It's kind of nice. Just watch your fingers. It's hot. All right, but I think this guy's good, along with this one. And we're going to let these two go for just a touch longer, flip it up on its side. All right, cool. Well, these look quite delicious, actually. I'm going to pull these off, kill my heat. I'll fry up the rest while Jason does the next recipe, but I just want to look at one of these guys with you, get the up-close shot down here, and let's go ahead and break. Whew, that's toasty. Oh, man, yeah. Nice and crunchy on the outside. You got the corn, you got cheese mixed in there, and you got some ham. I'm going to go and eat that. My wife would be making fun of me right now because it's so hot. But that's good. All right, Jason. I'm going to fry the rest of these up, and I'm going to turn it back over to you to do that cranberry sauce we got going. So I'll see you all in a little bit.
Okay, so the other recipe I wanted to do for you today is an easy cranberry relish, right? So in your bags, you have cranberry sauce, all right? Well, a lot of times straight out of the can. Sometimes it may not. Maybe you want to jazz it up a little bit. Okay, so also in the bag there's some fruit cocktail as well. Okay, so we're going to jazz up our cranberry sauce here with some fruit cocktail, Granny Smith apple, and some crushed pineapple. Okay. And again, the crushed pineapple and the Granny Smith apple is an additional or some additional items. But again, that's within that $6.39 price there, or cost there. So interesting thing. Can't get the cranberry sauce out? Little hack you can do. You can puncture the backside of the can. Sometimes that will help get the. Okay, never mind. There it goes. All right. So, okay. So we got our cranberry sauce out. All right. Now we'll take our fruit cocktail here. All right. And we want to drain the liquid off of here. Really all we want is just the fruit on the inside. Okay. So we're going to drain the fruit off of that. Okay. You can always keep that juice for other things if you'd like. We'll go ahead and throw the fruit cocktail in. All right. Now we want about a half a cup of crushed pineapple. Okay, and again, we want to drain some of the juice off of that as well. So we'll drain some of the juice off there. Okay. Okay, so we want about a half a cup of pineapple here. All right, we'll throw that straight in like that. Okay, and we'll just kind of chop all this stuff up. Okay. Now, you want to add the Granny Smith apple to it. Okay. Just use a simple box grater. All right. We'll just grade some of our apple right into it. Oh, I always want to make sure we take the sticker off there. Washed it, forgot to take the sticker off. Okay. So we'll just grade our apple right into our relish here. Okay, sometimes, and you can leave the skin right on there if you'd like. Okay. All right, so we grated our apple in there. That'll add a nice tartness to it, and it's a different crunch there as well. Again, just a simple recipe, easy way to jazz up your cranberry sauce there. Kind of a different look for a cranberry sauce. We'll give this a taste. Mm. Nice, refreshing, nice, refreshing cranberry sauce there. All right, you can bowl that up. Serve that either at your Thanksgiving meal or right alongside the shepherd's pie that's about ready to come out. And here we have our finished chicken pot shepherd's pie or chicken shepherd's pie. So got a nice golden brown crust on top of there. Our cheese is nicely melted on the inside there. We're nice and hot and bubbly around the edges. Wow, man, it's gonna be a great little meal. All right. Like I said, this will serve anywhere from 4 to 6 people, depending on how hungry you are. All right. Um, bon appetit. I hope you all enjoy it. So to recap today, we had our delicious chicken shepherd's pie with our mashed potatoes on top, our fresh cranberry relish with canned cranberries, fruit cocktails, shredded Granny Smith apple, and crushed pineapple.
And then we had the corn fritters with corn, ham, and a little bit of cheddar cheese in there. And I hope you enjoy those. A couple different ways of making those.
Very good. Well, I hope you all learned something today. And please be sure to check us out every Wednesday for Rogue Kitchen Live from 4 until 5. Stay
Stay
safe,
safe and
stay
stay
rowdy.
rowdy.